Hi everyone, I'm wanting to talk to you about things that I think that should be normalized going forward. So these are from my experience. Certainly you might have different opinions about them. Feel free to let me know what you think about these and your takes on them um, in the comments below. I would love to have a back and forth about some of these for sure. These are just my experience. So, the first one that I want to talk about is sleeping in different bedrooms when you're in a partnership. So, I know this one is nuanced. This one, hopefully, your partner is a safe person for you. And depending on the needs of both partners, and how they connect and how they want to connect with their partner. This is something that can be discussed for sure. This is just something that has come up for me as a disabled woman myself. I require not sleeping in the same bedroom as the person that I'm in partnership with. And totally valid if you're the type of person that likes that. I think that sleepovers are awesome, but they are very much dependent on how I feel that moment. Each partner, and usually that's in part my experience, each partner sleeps differently. For me, I am a very light sleeper when I sleep with a partner. Every sound that they make, every movement that they make, if they get up to go to the washroom, whatever, it wakes me up to some degree. And in the morning, I feel terrible, to put it lightly. I might have really enjoyed their companionship in that moment, but I have to sacrifice my sleep for that. And long term, that wouldn't work for me. Another thing is people might have different schedules. Now, this one I also understand because I was in a partnership with somebody that worked very different hours than me. So I had to be in bed at 8:30 at night. That was kind of my wind down time, and I'd go to bed anywhere between 8:45 and 9 o'clock. My partner did not have to go to bed until midnight. They started their day far later than I did. So usually I was done for the day when they had their lunch break. So it was a little bit different that way. So if I just imagined our nights would have looked kind of messy. I can see that I would have gone to bed, and then when it was time for him to come to bed, I could see, that I would wake up because this person was making noise or whatever. And if I was just to think about their experience, I'm sure it would have been messy there too, because my partner would have not wanted to disturb me in my sleep. So therefore, might have not turned on lights or might have really tried to sneak into bed or whatever the case was. And so, right there, I'm thinking that it would have been messy. And then in the morning, it would have also been messy because I would have had my alarm super early in the morning. My partner probably would have woken up to my alarm and gone back to sleep. And I would have tried to sneak out of bed to not disturb them. I'm not sure how that would have worked. I know for me, them coming to bed and that break in my sleep would mean that I would automatically have a lesser quality of sleep because I would have been in a deep sleep. come out of that and then gone right back in. So that wouldn't have worked. Luckily, we never ended up cohabitating, but we did have discussions about if we were to cohabitate, what would that mean? And we were both very honest about the sleeping arrangements and what that would mean. And like I said, sleepovers are great. I love them. I'm a kid at heart, really. So I'm all about making forts and staying up all night and watching movies and cuddling and doing all those things. Love that. However, I am not good with that being the, I want to say default, but none of those things seem default. um, I don't want to have us being in the same bed as the default. I want that to be kind of our connecting time to look forward to. I don't want it to be a non-event. The next topic that I want to talk about is just because you have nothing set on your calendar does not mean that you're free. And I want to say that I see that this idea is catching on, but I still feel like there are the default ideas is that you are free. You are able to do these things because you have nothing else going on. This has been a big one for me. Working during the week, working full time is quite hard for me. So I have a lot of things that I have a hard time doing and keeping up with during the week as well. At the end of the day, I'm just zapped of energy and mental capacity. And so although I will try my hardest to get things done during the week and think about things during the week, it doesn't necessarily equate to having a day off be a day to do other scheduled appointments or things, even if they're fun, even if they're the best thing ever. I could need that time to recover. I might need that time to recuperate from the week, from distress. I might need to do some mindfulness. I might need to do a lot of things, and it might not equate to having quote unquote free time. And I don't think I'm alone in this. I think that I can understand people being in that same situation if they have children and their children go to camp and they're like, "Oh, I have some time," and being able to actually take that time for themselves. I can see that. I can see people in lots of situations probably have something similar. So I want to normalize that, having time off on your calendar doesn't necessarily mean that you're free, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have capacity for anything else in your life. And, I want to normalize the fact that different people might need that time to recover and recuperate, and that could mean lots of different things. The last topic that I want to talk about is seeking therapy. Now, I am one of those people that believes that everyone can benefit from some sort of therapy. Now, please don't misunderstand me with this. This doesn't mean that I feel that there is one therapy protocol that will work for everybody. It does not mean that I think that every therapist is a safe person for everybody. And I definitely feel like there's so many different thought processes and whatnot. I think that for you specifically, there are people out there that definitely can help. I just don't think that it's a one size fits all situation. Seeking therapy does not equal that you think that you have a condition or something wrong with you. It could be a curiosity that you want to unpack and you want somebody with a different perspective that is objective and you can kind of unload on them and see what they have to think and see where you go with that. Um, Unfortunately, with the way that therapy is in the healthcare system, it's thought of as something that you only utilize when there is a problem, but I want to normalize that having therapy as part of your life can be a tool to help you navigate life so that you are a safe and healthy individual for yourself and for others. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is a specific condition that makes you a more unsafe person. It possibly even make you a safer person because of the amount of self-awareness and amount of effort that you're putting into yourself. I understand that not everyone has the means to pay for therapy. I am included in that. Unfortunately, therapy is thought of as almost separate to general health care, and I believe that's part of the whole of a person. But I encourage you to seek out the safe people in your life and the safe resources in your life to be able to be curious and possibly bridge gaps so that if you're in a position where you can go on a therapeutic journey, that you have been doing a little bit of introspection, a little bit of wayfinding yourself, so that when you do come into contact with somebody, you can kind of say, well, I've been thinking about these things, and this is the kind of stuff that I've been doing. So I definitely encourage that as you're learning and depending on what avenue you're choosing. I believe that as you learn about yourself, you're able to give yourself more compassion and grace. So even if it's just on a mindfulness front, I believe that is still valuable. And hopefully, you doing that work is not the only thing that you'll have available in your life. Hopefully, you'll have also a therapeutic avenue that is accessible to you. So there you have it, folks. Those are my 3 topics that I think that society should normalize going forward. Please let me know in the comments if what you think. What topics do you think should be normalized going forward in society? I look forward to hearing from you and to seeing those. Also, I have lots of experiences of different things in life as a disabled woman that I think that we should normalize as a society. Please let me know if that's of interest to you. I can definitely talk about those for a long time. In the meantime, I hope everybody's having the best day that they can have right now, and I will talk to you later. Bye.